Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So today we're going to be talking about this right here, which is Blue Lock. This is a newer manga that has come out newly printed manga. It's been out digitally for a while now. They've also been working on Japan. I don't know quite how many volumes are out in Japan, so I apologize for that. But this first volume just came out in English. This is from Kodansha. This also has their new logo on the spine. So it's the spine right here. I'll show you guys the front and the back. It's really nice quality manga. I would say it's similar to kind of a Viz-Sig type size. I would say it's exactly the same size as the Viz-Sig, you know, one of the skinnier ones. But this manga, man, I really enjoyed it, and it has a ton of hype behind it. I don't want to repeat the same exact things that other people are saying, so I'm not going to make this a super long video, and I've only read one volume. There's only one volume out. I think the next one releases in either a month or two. I think it's every 2 months. But just to start off this video, I highly recommend you check out this volume. Whether you read it physically or you read it online, I think it's 100% worth it. And that's regardless of whether you like soccer or not. I think even if you don't really like soccer, you don't know too much about soccer, you would still probably enjoy this. I would say you would definitely enjoy it if you do enjoy Battle Royale type manga. I would best describe this as Battle Royale meets soccer. And I will say that the character artwork I think is really good. I think the actual characters themselves is probably the only thing, like the artwork itself, that's probably the only thing I would say that resembles Haikyuu. I would not say that this manga is similar to Haikyuu outside of the artwork of the characters. This is not your typical like training and just kind of coming together and getting better as a team. No. So basically what happens, just a quick debrief, a quick rundown, is Japan lost in the 2018 World Cup, and they're looking to win one. And most of the people surrounding the Japan national team are pretty relaxed. They're kind of just, it seemed like they're happy to be just in the World Cup in general. But there's one or two people which you will be introduced to pretty early with, I think, actually the first couple pages. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna butcher the names out of the series because they do not make it easy. But the main person you're introduced to, who is like kind of running the show when it comes to the Japan Football Union or whatever the meeting is at the very beginning, is Henri Thierry. I think that's how you say her name. I've literally no idea. And then she brings in a coach whose name is Jinpachi Ego. I think once again, I'm butchering these names. It's whatever. The names don't matter. It's really the story and the characters. But these two characters form this essentially compound, like this soccer compound, where they take 300 of Japan's best strikers because they think with a world class, like the best striker, they'll be able to win the World Cup. They handpick the best out of like the 18 under group in Japan. They take 300 of them, stick them in this compound, and basically like every day there's challenges and people get eliminated. It has a pretty dark tone to it. We follow the main character, whose name is Yoichi Isagai. I really don't know how to pronounce this, no idea. I've never heard it pronounced before, as I actually haven't watched a lot of videos on Blue Lock before. But this is the main character who we follow, who gets basically entered into this lottery type draft system where he shows up, he gets a letter in the mail, and like I said, they have to partake in these challenges where basically every challenge someone gets eliminated, and we see maybe one or two challenges in this first chapter. The main one is the first challenge we see where someone gets eliminated immediately. They're also ranked by numbers, so he's like, I think 299 out of 300, so basically the second worst rank, which throughout this compound you're judged based off your rank in your class. So he's like the last class and the last rank, so his food sucks and kind of the training is subpar compared to like the top elite. But with every challenge and every day that goes by, more people are eliminated and you start to rise in the ranks. Now, one of the reasons I really like this manga is because it's not just your general stereotypical like sports manga or sports anime, which can still be very, very good, don't get me wrong, but this definitely has a darker tone to it, as he's not like someone who's just playing on a team trying to make it to the championship. Like, he essentially starts on a team at the very beginning, his high school team, and then it goes into this whole different type of story. I will say this is the type of manga that, like I said with Alice in Borderland and some other series, it's the type of manga that you finish the first volume and you're like, man, do I continue reading this online? Like, I really want to know what happens. I really want to know what else goes on, who else gets eliminated. You're not really attached to too many side characters at the beginning. I would say at max like 3 or 4 you're kind of like introduced to, but you don't have like a backstory or anything like that, so it's not a huge attachment. Even with the main character, you have like a semi-backstory, but not a huge backstory, so, and I know I've praised this manga a lot, but I will say there are some things, you know, and that kind of being one of them. I hope that some of these characters do get a little more of a backstory, because then it hurts a little more and it pulls a little more when they do get eliminated from this Battle Royale, compound, tournament type thing. And you see that through a lot of other kind of Battle Royale-esque manga, like the more backstory, like you don't have to go super in depth, but you know, even sometimes like a good like sob story or something like that can really help out when you're trying to, you know, portray certain emotions from the reader when you're, you know, pulling these people out of the game. And I will say that is kind of one of the faults at the beginning, or not the beginning, but this first volume. I actually feel like one of the characters who were removed from this series, who ended up losing one of the games, I felt like they actually kind of removed him a little too early. I would have liked to see some more kind of rivalry there. Now granted, I'm sure there's something else going to pop up. I'm sure there's going to be a character who, you know, is going to go head and head with our main character. But it's funny because, you know, it is kind of cool because it did throw me off, I won't lie to you. Definitely did throw me off, but I am definitely very interested in seeing how some of these characters' relationships and friendships develop while, you know, some of the games they're having to be teammates, but then other games they're having to eliminate each other. And, you know, I think, funny enough, I did mention Alice in Borderland earlier, and I do think that there's certain elements in both of those two series that you find kind of comparable. And like I said, that kind of the fact that some of these games are you know, tournaments or whatever, you're having to team up, and then other ones, you know, you have no idea what's going to happen. But yeah, I am super excited to continue this. I do think you guys should check it out if you're interested. I really wish there was another volume already out, or this was an omnibus, because then you could read even more. And I'm not going to say you were left off on a cliffhanger, but you were kind of left off in an area where you know what the next volume is going to be, and you're super interested in like knowing how that's going to turn out. There's also an element to this manga, i.e. the front cover, which there's no explanation of in this first volume, and I'm not going to like go into it. You can maybe guess by just the picture on the front cover, but I am very curious what that's representing. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna try to edit this kind of short so it's not super but yeah, I would highly recommend checking out Blue Lock. I know a lot of other people are recommending it, so just kind of wanted to add my opinion. Maybe, you know, you needed to hear from one more creator that this is a really good series, or at least a really good first volume. And I've heard amazing things about the series. I have a couple friends who are really into this, who are a little farther or even up to date, aka Plam. Shout out to Plam. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.